What would you say are the 3 biggest mistakes impact organizations make on a legal standpoint? Like, what are the things that you see coming up or, like, blind spots they might have?
I think that, if I think about what are the core areas of impact to an organization, you know, in my mind, it has to do with, you know, climate, inequality, and I would say governance in a way.
Mm,
And so governance being like sort of institutional frameworks for decision making. I would say lawyers have a role to play in all of those areas. And I think traditionally lawyers are plugged in, have been plugged in to when there's a problem, when the lawsuit comes in, when there's a violation of some regulatory standard. And my view is that obviously lawyers are necessary, in certain instances, but as value drivers to mitigate risk ahead of time, to potentially unlock value within an organization, and thinking about these sort of three buckets in terms of how to build for the future. um, I think lawyers have an important role to play. One of the things that I learned earlier in my career, right? Like when you bring a lawyer in early on, like the deal making stage, in terms of how you structure any kind of commercial relationship, before you actually get to actually the contract and negotiating on an indemnity or a limit on liability or insurance provision, th- that involvement early stage can actually make the deal better. It can
mm.
structure the relationship in a way that that I think is in the best interest of the organization. So I do think lawyers have a role to play that maybe doesn't always get utilized within organizations.